Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you a long-awaited feature, which is improved chamfer and fillet, which I may also refer to them bevel. These are basically two bevel options. Okay, so let's start with some very basics. I'll create a cylinder here and just show you what we had until now and show you the differences between two modes and actually where each is helpful. So I'm going to select, let's say I want to fillet this, or let's call it bevel. I want to bevel these here, make it rounded. So I'm going to go to loop selection and I'm going to select this entire loop. Okay, now I'm able to select this loop. This is also important. It's not particularly what I'm saying now. It has nothing to do exactly with the chamfer and fillet directly. It's just a general thing. That loop selection works on quads and quads only. So these are technically quads, all of them. So I can select them. Now, if I'm going to do, and this is an example where I have perfect geometry. So when you start with these primitives, you start with perfect geometry. And in perfect geometry, usually the geometric based tools work the best. So if I'm going to fillet this, let's say I'm going to make it to 20 and I'm going to make it to 6. Okay. So what you see over here, the results that we get is beautiful, perfect geometrical shape here, nice quads, nice everything. This looks nice. If I want to make a negative, let's say minus 0.5, I can get it inwards, or 0 actually would be a fillet, kind of flat, or the default is 0.5, which is basically like this, and this looks perfectly fine. Now, just to show you in contrast where the solid mode will come in, which solid mode will make no sense over here because the geometrical based is perfect. Now, solid mode, if you think about it, this is the basic offset is based on geometry, and this is based on solid is based actually on volume. So if you go volume based, I'll do the same thing. You make it 20, you make it 6 over here. It works. It looks the same. The outcome looks the same. It's rounded, but you see it created a very complex geometry for no need. It basically rebuilds everything and makes it complex. So this actually makes no sense. Okay, so this is the use case where I showed you where the basic default that we had until now is working best. Now I'm going to show you where the problem starts coming in. So we're going to add another shape here. We're going to add the cube. I'm just taking what I did before. It's basically just a basic cube, just 200, 250, just a basic shape. And I'm going to merge these two shapes. I'm going to press Control plus U, which is basically Boolean union. And now you see, I no longer have a nice geometry. It's already after a union, which rebuilds the geometry. And now I have kind of like a fan-like triangles. And here's the first problem I have, which, as I said before, is nothing related to this particular tool. It's just in general, when the geometry becomes complex, I can no longer loop select. Because if I'm trying now to loop select, look what it tells you, quads only for loop selection. So I cannot loop select this. And actually, I need a trick now how to select them. So many ways how to select this. I mean, the easiest way for this is actually two different ways that comes to mind. One is that I select this entire thing and then I deselect the remaining. And one is here. Actually, if you're interested in showing the selection, I can spend a minute showing you. But for now, let's just show you what I'll do over here. This trick, I'm selecting this polygon, and then I go to edge mode, which selects all of these edges. That's basically the way this works. So now I'm going to deselect these and these and this over here. So the same approach, which basically select and deselect, same approach I could have done by simply marquee select. We use marquee selection, where I can marquee select all of these edges, go to edge mode, marquee select everything. There's two different marquee selections. There's the right side or left side, dragging it. If it selects everything that is fully enclosed or everything that is partially enclosed. So basically, I can marquee select everything that is fully enclosed. If I go over here, marquee select everything is fully enclosed. And this means it will not select these edges because my triangle, actually, let me show you to you. Instead of just saying, let me show you to you. So I'm going to go over here, marquee select. And if I drag left to right, it will select, actually I don't remember, I think left to right selects everything. Yeah, it selects this way also everything. This is not what I want. So I'm actually going to deselect. I'm going to go marquee select and left to, not right to left, sorry, left to right is good. I key select like this. So it selected all of these edges over here. And now actually, because my key selection wasn't working on both sides, I have to do it from this side. Or actually I can do it on one side also if I turn on the wireframe mode. If I turn on wireframe mode, in other applications it's called like X-ray mode. So now I can go to marquee selection and I can select it this way in X-ray mode. So it will select basically everything. Let's go this mode. And you see it selected everything over here. But now I gotta deselect these. So I'm just gonna go to control. There's different ways of doing it. I can go to marquee select again and holding down my control key, which will act as a deselection. So I go to control, again, marquee select. I'm using just a touchpad, not a mouse. So that's why I have to click on it. If you have a mouse, you don't have to click on this. You can just right click on the mouse, if I remember correctly. But I'm using just a laptop, so that's why I have to use this. Oops, I didn't have my control on. So I have to click this plus click control. Okay, so now we're back here to the same idea. We have everything selected here. And it's just a side note, these selections are not to do with these tools that we're discussing, just basic modeling here. Okay, so if we go with this complex geometry back to the point, if I go to the fillet over here, and if I go to the default fillet, let's say, oops, that's 66, at least it's 20, look what's going on over here. This is like completely breaking the geometry. It actually creates even holes because it stretches the geometry, is not enough faces here. But not only this, this is not symmetrical, it's completely odd because it's based on the existing geometry. And at some point, it will even limit you to go off. If you go too much intensity, let's say if I make it 40, it will limit actually 24.5 at the max because it will prevent you from making self-intersections. You have some advanced settings where you can allow non-manifolds, but it usually doesn't help you, and especially not here. Look how ugly this looks like. So this is where the solid mode comes in because, as we said, this is volume-based. It doesn't really work in the existing geometry. So now we're going to do the same thing, make this 20 and make this, let's say, 6. And look what we got over here. We got over here a beautiful, nice, symmetrical structure over here. And there's a new feature here, which is not particular to solid. Maybe will be added to offset as well. The other one, where I add a create material, which basically just creates a separate material for easier selection later. So if I go something like this, first of all, you can see this material is more smooth because it adds a smooth shader. But also, if I go to material mode, I can now select this. So if I open this up, this will actually be selected as smooth shading. So this is what this material is doing. In many cases, it's actually how it works in solid applications where you see the chamfered fillets look smooth is because it actually added a solid shader, basically. So so that's basically it. You can also kind of give it a different color if you want and make it look like something like this. And yeah, whatever. But that's basically what this is solving. So let me just show you another example where this same approach could be used for fillet. So I'm actually going to use the same example here. I'm just going to select these edges, and I'm going to go to select this. And also we have here so many different problems here with these geometries. So let's say if I go to chamfer, and it will still work here. It actually creates here a hole because I guess these geometries here are too small and it creates some issues. So it removed this face. I can solve this problem. I can just go fill polygons later and fill it. But nonetheless, this is not perfect geometry. You see over here has a dent where it stretches from this face. So it's actually quite problematic. When you have a problem geometry, this is almost always failing. This was one of the biggest issues SelfCAD had. And this is what the solid mode is solving. So now if we do the same thing, let's say preview, let's say make it 25 even, let's make it more. And I'll create a separate material just to be able to select. Actually, I don't need to do it. I can select it later because it's a nice flat geometry. So I'm going to go now to polygon selection, select this face. Look how nice, it's a nice flat face. I can select all of these faces individually. And these are perfectly created without any issue. Let's give it a different color. And yeah, as you can see over here, these are perfectly fine. I think there's even a bigger issue where I can actually try, where I just add, make it actually more resolution. So if I add, let's say, resolution to, let's say, yeah, let's say something like this. And I think this is where this can become even more stranger. So if I'm going to go to now, actually it's created, fixed here some issues. So um, it is based on kind of voxels, but it's still quads, I mean, but it still has a lot of faces here. So if I'm going to go now, let's say if I want to chamfer here, do something like this, um, it gives me the max. Let's say if I make it 20, whatever, the max is 3.1 here to create a split here, because that's basically until they start intersecting. So if I do now 10, let's say, on this one, look what this is doing. This actually allows me to create this nice distance here, which is, you can see actually it starts without creating material. It uses both material to stretch it. So you can see what's happening over here. These faces are created now on its own. These faces are now stretched away, and this was able to do because it rebuilds the geometry. So it's not tied to the fact that we had such small faces, was able to create these things over here. So anyways, that's basically the use cases, and there's many other use cases, but this solves a big issue with basic geometry-based modeling by adding these solid, which is basically volume-based modeling. Now you have both worlds in SelfCAD. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, and let me know in the comments what you think. And thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.